All right, hi folks. Welcome to another Minion Masters. So I think I've got the decks I want to show you for the top solo battle for Ravager, and I do have a runner-up also. I want to give a special shout out to Worm Fury, who I think I played last night. You're playing a sick Mortar deck, and I totally messed up on a lightning bolt when I played you because I lightning bolted too early and you got your Reckonator back off a tombstone. But GG for sure, man. That was cool. All right. So anyway, let me get to it here. All right. So it might not be a surprise, but I did pick Dlevil's um, deck for the top deck. I do have a caveat though. I played a couple different versions of it, where I just took out the Brew for the Leilieni's Vortex, and I took it out for the Sunburn, and I actually like these two better than with the Brew. But you can do all three. I'll just put the D-levels version, and then I'll just list that you could do a substitute if you want. It's pretty common sense. So the runner-up is kind of a version of uh, the annoying deck that I made from before, but for single player, and I'll show you that too. There's some good games for it. I will say that the D levels deck did have some rough time against like Rat Boy spam, which there was a lot of Rat Boy spam decks last night, and I only beat a couple of them, man. They were pretty rough against the D levels deck. So if you're playing against like a lot of Rapo, might not be the best thing. There, in particular, there's one player named Rain that was playing the Rat Boy. That he was like Rat Boy Sam and like 2 or 3 boom buggies, and he was just rocking my world with that. And then there's just some few other Rat Boy decks last night. But all right, let us get to it here. So this is the annoying deck. I'll show like 3 games of the annoying deck. And then I'll show some of the new versions of. Let me switch it back over. Oh, I need to switch the graphics up too. All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting round of Minion Masters.
So we were playing against Will Goldstein, who beat me later, I think. So this is typical like living statue, whatever. So that was a nice attempt he had with the stun launchers there. Now I did change up this deck later. I played it again where I took out the drone buzzers and I took out the crossbow dudes for I think like a sunburn and a chain lightning or something. But this version did way better than that version of it, so I just put the original one back up for listening for you guys. And I just kept loading up the side, I think, because he didn't really have much damage going on over there. Yeah, this one's over.
We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, so I'll show you a couple more of these. And this deck actually got me to master. You see that I'm Diamond 1 right now, so I had to test a lot of decks after this. And I probably, because I already knew that I was thinking I was going to pick the D level, you know, because the original run with it was like 9 and 2. And then, you know, and then I had like I think a 7 and 0 or something run with this deck, and I got to master really fast, and I was like, well, maybe I'll just pick these two decks straight off, but I felt like I had to, you know, test out more stuff before I gave you the thing. But, and then the rat bow spam decks happened last night. I actually even made a anti-rat bow spam, which I played. Where is it? I think I played like here or something. I had something where I went like, yeah, I think it's right here. So I made an anti-rat bow spam, and then I hit just all greedy decks. Or something. Yeah, I think it's like right here after this Rapo, another Rapo loss. I kept hitting Rapo deck, so I made like an anti-Rapo deck, and I ended up not hitting any Rapo decks and just hitting all like super greedy decks that none of like the mass clears like did that well against. So, you know, whatever. Alright, so here's against QWERTY.
Let's duel.
Yeah, it's very similar to the time where I forgot to switch up the graphics again. I will do it this next time, but it's very similar to the time where I made that sniper deck that I listed. You know, this deck is nasty thing, and because the field was so greedy, and that deck ended up going like 9 and 0 or something, something stupid, or 9 and 1 or something like that. And it was just because like the field was so damn greedy that the whole sniper thing worked out really well. Alright, so QWERTY here is doing a real good job of messing with my being annoying guy. Like, he did a real good job defending all that. Yeah, he is doing a real good job through this whole thing. Alright. So even though I've been doing the statue garbage too, like, he's ahead on experience and everything. I think he's kind of playing like an APAP spam, because it looked like a lot of his stuff's like pretty low mana cost. So here I'm just, I figured I'd just try to mess with him on both sides of things. And you know, like I said, even though I'm doing, like, he's doing a really good job of fighting all my stuff, it's just my stuff's like relentless coming at him. And we finally caught up on experience. And there it is. The Relentless. That was a really bad Blastmancer, by the way. Probably pretty terrible Fireball, too. I knew I'd be able to do him. Yeah, he was doing a really good job here. Yeah, and I think this is where he might, like at one point he ends up rage quitting. I think it's right here. But I mean, he played a really, really good game. Yeah, I think he pieced out right there.
Blue is the winner.
No, he was doing like all the right stuff. It's just like, you know, sometimes that deck's just that that relentless on people. All right. So I'll show you one more of that one. And then, so today I'm also going to try to get out the Ravager's teams for sure. So I'm going to crack out today. I kept hitting the Sir Richard Rich. Like, he's got like this little happy face thing. I think that's like the Sir Richard Rich from the board, but like the other Sir Richard Rich should be Grandmaster. I'm not sure. And I don't know how you make the little happy face under names, dude. That's it's kind of trippy to me. All right. Oh, went too far. So I'll show you one more of this deck. So, this one. No, we're on the wrong side. Oh, shoot. All right, hold on.
Let's go.
Hold on. I know I forgot something. We're up in the graphics here. Oh, I could have just done it from there. Oh, I'm a dummy. All right. I am a dummy. Visuals. The glorious. Yes. Yes. All right. All right. And then we will show you two or three of the one deck that you've seen. If you watched the last video, you've seen a lot of it anyway. I'll just show with the different card variants, pretty much. All right, so I'll show this one. I'm pretty sure. All right, so we'll switch it over. So oh, what is that master's name? I can't even think right now.
You picked the alpha. Let's go.
Oh, Valorian or whatever. The Valorian was pretty popular last night too. Like the kind of like the swarm version of Valorian. Yeah, like I think that's what he's playing. And he was using my gimmick card, the Setsu gimmick card. Not sure if that was like a good fireball or not. I just was a little concerned about taking too much damage straight up. That's cool. Like I decided to put her over in that corner because I was hoping the Brutus would walk the other way, but it's fine. I think this kind of deck is really good with the Brutus, especially because you get the free Brutus, so it's like you almost get like another free living statue. That's probably a poor fireball. I think I thought he was gonna put something in front of it, or put something around it. So I was gonna preempt a fireball, but that's probably pretty terrible. There's just combo again. Oh, those stun lancers. Those pretty good stun lancers. And I think I just go for rammer for the win here. There it is. Yeah, I could see adding like from the D levels from the D levels deck, like running the infiltration unit also. But you know. All right. So let us show some of the D levels variants. All right. So I think this is one of them. It's funny. I think I played this guy Blitzkling from the Swiss Guards like 5 or 6 times last night. He must have been trying to level up also. It's pretty funny. So we were doing about the same because we kept hitting each other. Alright, so I've learned to be extremely patient with this deck because these Swarmer Totems are actually a little more fragile to protect than, you know, than they look. I don't like just throwing them out there without being able to back them up a little bit. The good players will, you know, be all over them. The Scratchility is like really their kind of like their bane. Now that was a bad play up there. I thought he was gonna kill the priestess. It was basically just to kill the priestess, but it did not work out. So I put a cleaver behind him to kill the priestess. I think that might have been a poor heal. I don't know. I guess he was trying to keep it alive, but I think that was a poor heal. I'm not even sure if this one was. I believe this was one of the ones that had the what the hell is that card? Oh, the Sunburn spell in it. I believe it was a Sunburn version, not instead of the Glenn's Brew, but I'm not sure. All right. So yeah, I thought the Sunburn was better, and I thought the Leilieni's Vortex is better because the Glenn's Brew is really only good on your Cleaver and on your Colossus, because like on the Brutuses he attacks so slow that it doesn't really do all that much. Like one or two more attacks from the Brutus isn't really gonna do much. But I mean, on the Cleaver and on the Colossus, obviously it's pretty good. But it's such a fringe thing where, like, with the Leilani's Vortex, you can like pull the Colossus into the base, which I found into the game more often. And then with the Sunburn, you can get rid of the scrat packs, which are scrat hordes that they try to use to kill off your Colossus or your Cleaver sometimes. So I just found those two spells were better. Oh, this is a version with the Glenn's Brew though. I kept switching them off, but from my experience, I thought that the Sunburn and the Leilani's Vortex was better. But I mean, obviously you can try your own experiments with it. It is a pretty good deck. Like I said, the roughest decks that I faced were those stupid Rapo bow spams. Those decks were really hard to do. Because I would like kind of start off pretty good against them, and then eventually they were able to just start getting their spam on. Unfortunately, I had to let this Colossus, the living statue, and the guy do some work here. I think I was thinking about Glenn's brewing the Colossus there, seeing if it would work out, but I think I just play the Ragers here to give everybody rage. There it is. Oh, and then I do Glenn's brew the. All right, so the Incubus is another good Glenn's brew target. Sorry, there was one more good Glenn's brew target. He definitely is a really good one because he does a crap ton of damage. So I will take back that it was just the Cleaver and the So I would say play all three. See what you feel comfortable with. Probably. I'm pretty sure the Leilani's Vortex is probably the best of the three. But yeah, you play all three. You guys can decide. But this is coming from somebody that's not a big fan of Glenn's Brew, so well, that was like a borderline case right there, where that it was freaking awesome. But it doesn't always happen like that. Oh, I kept hitting this guy also. We hit each other like 3 or 4 times. I cannot pronounce his name. It's a philosopher, I know that. Diogenes the dog or something. I took some philosophy, and he was a philosopher that used to say that I think he was the dog. He'd stand in town or something saying that he was nothing but a dog or something like that. It's very vague. He was I thought it was a cool name though. I'd actually have to look him up again.
Let the fight commence.
So I don't know if that guy was a philosophy major or what, but he picked a cool name. So I'm hoping this is actually the deck. I was messing around with a lot of different decks, so. Oh, it's a Blitzkling game. Oh, what is this? Oh, okay. This is the anti-Rapo deck that I made. Alright, we totally don't want to see this one, but guess I'll show it off. So I made this deck. This is the deck that ended up like getting 4 or 5 losses in a row. I was so sick of losing the Rapo decks that I made this anti-Rapo deck where it was like 3 defensive choppers and a bunch of snipers and a bunch of Blastmasters and Soulmancer or whatever with Soul Stealers. Like everything I could think of to be anti-Rapo. And then I didn't end up hitting any Rapo decks with it afterwards. Because, like, I think I lost like 4 or 5 games in a row to stupid. No, not that many. But a lot to Rapo decks. And, like, Rapo spam was so annoying. I think he just gave up on me. Like after the double chopper, double sniper thing. But this was literally like the only deck, I think the only game this deck won, dude. It was so disappointing. I had like this glorious idea of the deck like just crushing all these Rapo decks, but I didn't hit a single one after I made it. Alright. So I'll just show one more off of, the Dlevil's deck, and we will call it a day. So I would say experiment with, all the different versions of it. Unfortunately, I'm not sure where I have more. Is this one? This one might be one. Let's see what this is. Hopefully I'm not playing some weird thing. I should have looked at the videos. I was going to show a little more. I was kind of just winging it here. This is another guy that I hit like 2 or 3 times last night. A lot of people were like doing some heavy laddering last night, besides me. I was kind of hoping to hit the Worm Fury guy again, but it didn't happen.
It's on.
Okay, so this looks like this is the Leilieni's Vortex version. And he's doing like some kind of cleaver thing, nasty. I don't know his name. B.O. Mir I Kenobi? Or one Kenobi? I don't know. Yeah, no, I hit this guy like 2 or 3 times. I think he had different decks like each time though. I don't think he was always playing the same deck. He was like experimenting like I was. And then I think I just give him Rage here. And then I do the... I think I do the Vortex, yeah. That's over. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed the video. I sacrificed my master rank so that you guys could have the best solo decks that I could give you guys. Like I said, I think the Leilani's Vortex and the Sunburn are better than the Brew, but you can do your own experiments and see if you like the Brew better. The Rapo Spam is a rough deck to fight with it, and if you want a fun alternative, this annoying deck that I made is definitely nasty. I think it did like a 7-0 at one point, which is pretty good. And you guys can mess with it too, like switch out cards or whatever. Alright guys, well those are the two decks I'm going to give you for the solo Ravager, and then I am going to work on some team play stuff, and I'll put the deck lists in the description for the video. I will talk to you later. Bye bye.